Whatever physical karmas we have, we want it to be done quickly. Whatever psychological and emotional needs we have, we want it to be done quickly as possible. Some just want to skip the whole thing, then they will take brahmacharya, sannyas like this. They don't even want to get into it, they want to skip the whole thing. Others try to work it out fast. If your physical karma is not finished and you try to sit still, in dozen different places it feels itchy for nothing. Nothing is there. Simply do like this, ant is going, no ant. Imaginary ants will go, all kinds of things will happen. Simply because the very purpose of samyama is to bring all those things that you have hidden out. Because there is something called as karmic body. There is a certain amount of activity that your karma demands. If you do not perform that activity, you will remain a very disturbed being. So on the spiritual path, when we put people, the first phase of that spiritual path, we put them into extreme activity. Work like mad. They came there to do meditation, but all we do is we drive them like slaves. Because a certain amount of karma, which is called as prarabdha, in prarabdha, a certain amount of your energy is dedicated to physical activity. Similarly, a certain amount of energy is dedicated to mental activity, emotional activity. Like this, there are various dimensions. In each person, these proportions and ratios are very different from person to person. When your allotted physical karma is not taken care of, if you try to sit and meditate, your body won't let you sit. It wants to do so many things the moment you want to meditate. You know, with many of you it's happening. If you don't meditate, you're quite okay. If you sit for meditation, your body wants to do so many things at that time. So we put people into extreme activity for a certain phase of their life, so that they come to a point, if they sit, they simply sit. There's nothing else in them but sitting. Sitting is total sitting, nothing else. Emotion, especially with modern human beings, today's world, the emotional aspect of prarabdha is not fulfilled at all. People neither laugh their laughter fully nor cry their tears fully. They don't express themselves. In the name of culture and etiquette, everything has become controlled and rigid. If they get angry, they cannot shout. Maybe that's one thing that they're expressing. Or their laughter is not total, their tears are not total. They don't find emotional expression. That's the reason why we structured the Bhavaspandana program, so that people hit such an emotional peak. Even there, people try to control themselves and keep themselves, like that. That's not a place to go control yourself. That's a place to go emotionally crazy, absolutely crazy. So that the energy allotted for emotion is taken care of. Then if you sit here, you're free of emotion. So if these things are not… If a person dies naturally, he runs his full course and then he dies, by then the life energy in him has lost its vibrancy. It's become very mild. Because it's become so mild, it cannot hold on to the body, it slips out. That is natural death. Very few people die naturally though. Few means in terms of percentages. Most people die because they break their body one way or the other. Improper living, improper accidents and so many other ways. In one way or the other, they break the body before energy becomes dissipated. If life energy becomes dissipated, then because of low vibrancy, it cannot hold. Very slowly, gently, somebody will leave the body. But today, these medical people won't allow you to die gently. They will go on creating new karma for you by going on pricking you, pricking you, pricking you. At least a few people are still choosing to die in their homes, or everybody goes to the hospital in America? Hmm? Both birth and death happens in hospitals. Hmm? So, in India, still people have this right that when he gets old, he can just, no, I don't want to go to any hospital. And he dies. Maybe he dies 1 or 2 years early here than if he had gone to the hospital, but he dies the way he wants to die. It's important. So if somebody dies of old age where the vibrancy of life has become very minimal, this life finds another body very easily, very quick. Those kind of disembodied beings, you can't feel them so much unless you're very sensitive. But somebody died when his course is not complete, then it's vibrant life, you can feel it so much more. This is the reason why people started saying, if somebody dies of accident or murder or suicide, they become ghosts. Everybody becomes ghosts. But these beings, you can feel them more than others because they're much more vibrant life. So this goes in this line and into details of how, why, what of it, the mechanics of it. No ghost stories, no entertaining stories there, but very technical about how this whole thing happens.
So a few days back said that Kaveri calling is a 12-year commitment, and if you commit to this, your karma for this world will be taken care of. How do I get involved with my life, my sadhana, my kids, everything into this, that the whole karma is taken care of?
Karma means action. Action is happening on four basic dimensions of life: body, mind, emotion, energy. When one takes up sadhana, spiritual sadhana, why certain things are adjusted for different people in different ways, even the same practice is given, we make it happen differently for different people, because not everybody's prarabdha is the same bag of karma, it's different bags. Depending upon… see, let's understand this way, if you have to use modern terminology, prarabdha is like a software, it has been set like that. Now when you're on the spiritual path, we want to increase the size of our prarabdha. Everybody else wants to lower their prarabdha. One who's on the spiritual path wants to increase the prarabdha, take the load, because we want it to be done quickly. We don't want it little by little happening a whole lifetime. Whatever physical karmas we have, we want it to be done quickly. Whatever psychological and emotional needs we have, we want it to be done quickly as possible. Some just want to skip the whole thing, then they will take brahmacharya, sannyas like this. They don't even want to get into it, they want to skip the whole thing. Others try to work it out fast, so that increase the volume of the karma. It is burdensome, but it gets over soon. So when we look at it this way, there is a certain amount of energy in every human being, it's different. By internal, to put it in today's terms, a certain software is there within you which allots a certain amount of energy for your body, for your emotion, for your thought, for your inner dimension like this. There is a certain allotment. There is somebody here who has to do lots of physical things for them to feel good. There is somebody else here, if they work for 3 hours, 4 hours, they feel like that, but their involvement is of a different level, but they cannot work like that. They're different types of people. This is not just by attitude. Some might have developed attitudes of laziness, that's a different matter. But actually energies are made like this. So, when we put people to different kinds of activities, we're constantly observing where and how their activity is going. Most people think, I've done enough most of the time. Okay? This is a problem because they're in market economy. How to give less and take more? Hello? If you go to the marketplace, if you went to buy vegetables, Mysore market you must go, it's a must visit. I have spent so much time in Mysore market, you must go and see. It's a place to go. So if you go there with 100 rupees or today maybe 1,000 rupees and you bring back 200 rupees worth of vegetables home, people at home will say, you're a fool. But you went there with 1,000 rupees and brought 2,000 rupees worth of vegetables by bargaining and bargaining and bargaining, they say, oh, she's smart. So what is the principle of smart and fool? If you take more and give less, you're smart. If you give more and take less, you're a fool. Yes, that's a basic principle. So this is why this subjectivity and objectivity matters. In subjectivity, if you give more and ask for nothing, you're really smart. If you give less and want to take more, you make a bloody fool of yourself because you lose your life. What could have been a simple thing could have been a profound experience for you. You miss that simply because you're thinking, what will I get, what will I get, what will I get? See, this is happening, you've done Shunya meditation. The Shunya meditators know this very well. They sit like this, literally body is disappearing. Then you want to do something, you want to get enlightened that day. All you get is numbness in your leg. The moment you try to take something, it's over. It's over. It doesn't even exist. Those who are always on that mindset, they sit, this damn shunya, nothing happens. Yes, nothing will happen, because the idea was to make nothing happen. Shunya means nothing, all right. So, in the subjective world, you must be done with your karma as soon as possible. 12-year karma, intense involvement, is good enough to drop all that. If you burn all your physical karma, if you sit here, you sit unmoving. If your physical karma is not finished and you try to sit still, in dozen different places it feels itchy for nothing. Nothing is there. Simply do like this, ant is going, no ant. Imaginary ants will go, all kinds of things will happen. Simply because your karma is not done and body cannot sit still. To make it sit still, you must be done with this. So I said, 12 years if you give yourself, it'll be so done that if you sit, you will sit unmoving. It's important. If one does not know stillness, they miss life. Like someone said, man is ill only because he does not know how to be still. Yes, all the illness is out of that. Not able to be still means you have not managed your basic energies properly. That's all it means. It doesn't allow you to settle down, it'll… You must learn to be happy with your compulsions. Anyway, you have the compulsion. If you're not happy with it, now you have two problems, compulsion and unhappiness. At least if you have one problem, it's easier to deal with it. You have your compulsions, learn to look at it joyfully. This doesn't mean you're happy about your compulsions, you are happy. Why always we're talking about joy and love and things is to keep the mind pleasant, to keep the emotion pleasant. Because when your mind and emotions are pleasant, you are flexible, we can do many things with you. When your mind and your emotions are in unpleasant, you become rigid. Nothing can be done about you. So already you have one problem, don't create the next one. Unhappiness, is unpleasantness. Now when you're in a state of unpleasantness, nobody can touch you, nobody can help you, nobody can do anything with you. If you're in a state of pleasantness, you're willing to be molded into a different shape, isn't it? When you're in a state of unpleasantness, you're not even willing to be touched. So, unhappiness is a bigger problem than whatever damn compulsions you have. A far bigger problem, because now you cannot be touched, you cannot be molded, you cannot be helped. So first settle that. Whatever the nonsense you are, first thing is learn to be joyful and loving. Now, it's easy to work with you, it's easy to help you, it's easy to reach out to you, it's easy to do things with you beyond your likes. Because your likes and dislikes are the basic compulsions. If we have to help you out of that, you have to be in a pleasant state. If you're in an unpleasant state, we cannot make you do something that you do not like. You will do only what you like. The more unhappy people are, the more they will insist, I'll do only this is how I am. Joyful people are flexible. You can make them dance, you can make them cry, you can make them jump. They'll do everything when they're happy. They're flexible. Don't lose your flexibility. That's the most important thing. That's the reason in the morning yoga, starting with your back, slowly you'll work up to the head. Because flexibility is key. If you become fluid, it's great. From being solid to become flexible, then to become fluid, then to become gaseous, then to become nothing. That looks like a progression, isn't it? So, it's important to keep yourself flexible. Flexibility is not possible when you are in any state of unpleasantness, either in the mind or in the emotion. So that's the reason why being joyful, being loving, being happy, being peaceful is important only for this reason. So don't create double problem, you already have enough. And these are not the only compulsions you have many more. And the very purpose of samyama is to bring all those things that you have hidden out. Because if you bury it, it will only grow. You bury your potatoes, they will multiply and grow. Karma is like a sack of potatoes. The deeper you bury them, the more they will grow. So this is a place to pull them out, dry them in such a way that they cannot grow again. If you put yourself through intense enough sadhana, you will see when you go out in the world, so many of your simple compulsions are gone. And I'm telling you, if you had the compulsions that you had just a week ago, you cannot sit like this, which all of you have been doing wonderfully well. You cannot sit when there are compulsions. Yes, this and that nonsense is coming, it's not that you become 100% free, but so many of your compulsions are finished. That's why you're able to sit. Everything is hurting. Who is not hurting? Everybody is hurting, including me. For me, only one leg, for you both. That much exemption I have because I have to sit through many samyamas. Only one leg. For you, both legs. It's hurting, that is the whole thing. Hurts, I want to get up. Get hungry, I want to run and eat. Feel like this, I want to go and pee. That is what… we've outgrown that. Very hungry, but it doesn't matter. Very painful, it doesn't matter. It's a terrible compulsion. Most people won't bear it for 2 minutes, they'll hop around. Now you're just sitting. And somebody sitting next to you, they're also doing ba ba boo boo boo. They're pulling out all their potatoes, not just yours. You also have to bear with the surrounding potatoes. Rotten potatoes just spilling all over the place. but still. So don't complain, you're doing great but still there are a lot of potatoes to pull out. They need to be every day pulled out, every day. Just doing it once a year, 7 days is not good enough. Every day, you pull them out, dry them up and keep them in. Dry them to such a point where they cannot sprout again. Then it's okay, potatoes are useful. You shouldn't get rid of your potatoes because all your experience of life will go. Just dry them in such a way they don't keep growing. What is there is there. The same damn potato grows into a million, that is an exaggerated potato, isn't it? So you dry them and just keep it as what it is. See, it is like this. You have 5 minutes of intense experience, let's say of pain or fear or some torturous experience or something which was abhorrent to you. 5 minutes. This 5 minutes of potatoes will multiply and multiply and multiply and rule your whole life. Wherever you go, that's what you talk about. Wherever you are, that's what you think about. If something moves, you think the same thing is going to happen. Because you're multiplying your potatoes, you bury them and they're multiplying. They will become millions of potatoes, same kind, abhorrent kind. Now, you dry this potato and keep it, it is there. It's a good experience. If you went through a real bad experience, it's a good experience because these are invaluable. What you learn through unpleasant moments in your life is invaluable. If you forget that experience, you are a fool. Only a fool will try to forget. If you're smart, you must remember every unpleasant experience you had without resentment, without anger, without unpleasantness, just in your memory always, so that you never ever get into the same situations again. If you burn your experience, you'll go through the same nonsense all over. We just want to pull out the potatoes, dry them in such a way that they cannot sprout, but we want to preserve the potatoes. We don't want to get rid of them. Otherwise, you'll be again an ignorant fool who'll do the same things all over again. The value of life's experience cannot be thrown away. The value of lifetimes of experience definitely cannot be thrown away. It's needed. If you can keep them at a distance and use them as experience, if you let it grow into you, then it just poisons your whole life. Karma is the only thing, the memory of experience is the only thing which can bring wisdom to you. And it is the only thing which can bind you. And it is one thing which can so heavily poison your life that it can destroy you. So karma is not the problem, how you carry it is the problem. How you carry it is the only problem, karma is not the problem.